We will now call to order the Town of Hilton Head Island Design Review Board meeting for Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. Teresa, are we in compliance with the Freedom of Information Act?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
Thank you. Could you then please call the roll?
Certainly. Mr. Brown?
Here.
Miss Lippert?
Here.
Mr. Karsten?
Here.
Mr. Bassett?
Here.
Miss Foss?
Here.
And Mr. Molesky is excused.
Thank you. Does staff have any changes to the agenda?
No, ma'am, not at this time.
May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Lippert. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. Any opposed? Motion passed by a vote of 5. Now we will go to the approval for the minutes of the meeting of February 8th, 2022. Board members, do you have any changes to the minutes? If not, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of February 8th, 2022?
I make a motion to approve the minutes. Go ahead.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes for the meeting of DRB February 8th, 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Bassett. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. I am abstaining from approval due to my absence from this meeting, but it still passes by a vote of 4. Teresa, do we have any appearances by citizens?
Yes, Madam Chair. We do have one citizen signed up to speak during the Spinnaker Building Alteration Edition. At the appropriate time, we will call on that person for their comments. Additionally, public comments were submitted electronically via the Open Town Hall portal, and those comments were provided to the board for review and made part of the official record. Thank you.
Thank you. It appears we have no unfinished business, so we can move on to new business. That being the Spinnaker Building Alteration Edition DRB-000384-2022. Staff will make a presentation now.
Thank you. Village West Board of Directors is requesting after the fact approval of the removal, excuse me, of the railing on the second floor of the Spinnaker building. The railings were part of the original building and architectural detail on the second and third floors. For this reason, staff recommends denial. It's important to note that if this railing is removed, window stops will need to be added to prevent the windows from opening more than 4 inches. The slide in front of you, you can see the site outlined in red. The back gate of Hilton Head Plantation is at the bottom of the screen. This is a picture of the building before the removal of the railing. So you can see the railing on the second floor here. Another building of the other end of another picture of the other end of the building. Again, they're requesting the removal of this railing on the second floor. Here's a picture of the building without the railing. Another one. And a picture from inside to illustrate the view and the unobstructed view with the railing gone. Staff is in receipt of a letter that details a potential conflict in the master deed with the removal of this railing. With that letter, staff would like to get legal determination on that. and is recommending to the board that this issue and review be tabled until the next meeting. That concludes staff's presentation.
Thank you. Is the applicant available and would you like to comment?
Well, I suppose that we should wait then until we have another meeting and get this resolved. Apparently, unless I can add something, as far as I know, going way back, that according to our master deed and covenants and with the $5.1 million alterations that were done and approved by the town in 2005, the board has the complete authority to make alterations and deviations architecturally to the property, which was done in 2005 without the approval of owners. I have been on the board since 2008. That's my comment.
Thank you. Do we have the citizen available for comment?
Sorry, Kathy, to just chime in, did we need Carolyn to just state her name and full name for the record?
Probably. Carolyn,
Yes,
could you please state your full name and how you are related to the West Village West Association?
yes, it's Carolyn Nebbia, and I am president of the Village West Association.
Thank you, Annette. Is the citizen available for comment?
Good afternoon, Madam Chairman. This is Chester Williams. I'm a local attorney here. I represent Mary Ann Griffin, who is here with me. Also, Ms. Griffin is the owner of one of the 3 units from which the railing was removed. And it's created a building code conflict because the 3 units are no longer in conformance with the International Building Code. The 2 solutions to fix that are to put the railing back or to put the window stops in. And the window stops are something that Ms. Griffin will not allow in her unit. There's no other alternative except to put the railing back. With the window stops, you can't open the windows all the way anymore. It's also important to note that this building is one of 5 buildings in this condo regime, and all the other 4 all have similar railings on the 2nd floor. Ms. Nebbia in her letter says that this railing is an eyesore. And if it's an eyesore here, why is it not an eyesore on the other 4 buildings? And it's also important to note that Ms. Nebbia and Mr. Driscoll, who are both members of the board, are the owners of the other 2 units who wanted this railing removed. I think that creates an inherent conflict of interest when they voted to approve something that is for their own benefit. They didn't recuse themselves in that vote, and Ms. Griffin objects to the removal of the railing.
Okay, well, my comment to all of
I'm sorry.
okay, there we go. All right, I don't know why I can't get my video on, but anyway, the railings, the way they were, which were less than half the size of the railings on the 3rd floor, do not conform. All right, the reason our building was built by a different builder, and that building was built in 1987. We have a wall that is actually part of the building. The other buildings do not have that. All right, so where it doesn't conform is that this piece of railing, 16 or 17 inches high, all right, was an eyesore. In fact, we have gotten so many compliments from people that are looking over at it. So if you look at the stack in the middle and you can see how the windows form on the pictures, the porch level, all right, is the same height as the living room level. There are no bars on that window. And the major renovation was done in the year 2005, the 5.1. And they altered the windows, they put everything in. upstairs on the 3rd floor, the reason that their railings are so high is because the porches go down to the floor. Everything is open to the floor. So when you're looking out, it would be the same effect if you're sitting in my living room and you'd have bars in front of your windows that are opening up. All right, it's not conforming. It's not aesthetically good at all. It's very unpleasing to the eye. And if you look at the pictures that were performed there, you can see that you only have these little things sitting up on top of a sill. So now we had the opportunity, the same as Commodore. What Commodore did, they removed their railings, all right, to have that look. They had a much shorter wall than we have, but, and this is why we wanted, we're here full time. We're here, not just 25% of the year like Ms. Griffin is, okay? We're here 365 days of the year. Our board voted unanimously because of the aesthetics. We got approval from the Hilton Head Plantation ARB. They came out and they looked, okay? So therefore, we that have to look at this every day, we want it to be aesthetically pleasing.
Thank you. Mr. Williams, do you have a counter?
Yeah, the reason why the railings aren't as tall as the railings on the 3rd floor is because the 2nd floor units all have a knee wall. But
Wait, excuse me, I couldn't hear you because somebody's thing is ringing. Go ahead.
But Chris Yates and Tony Pierce in the town's building department have both confirmed that the removal of that railing and the situation that exists now is a violation of the International Building Code. And
Violation of what?
the International Building Code. It's a building code violation now. And you won't be able to sell your unit. Ms. Griffin won't be able to sell. You have to disclose that at the time you sell. It was the original. Ms. Griffin never was consulted about this. You took the railing off in front of her unit, and now she's in a situation where she needs to have the railing put back, or she's in a building code violation.
Well, again,
Thank you. I'm gonna,
long, how come, how?
Miss Nebbia? I'm sorry. Miss Nebbia? We can't hear you. But we can hear my dog, sorry.
That's right. Mine's upstairs, so you
Oh,
can't hear her.
I'm going to take the advice from staff and ask the board to vote on tabling this until the letter that we received about the legalese get overlooked by the town, and then this be brought back upon us in a further date. I would like to take a vote from the board and see if everyone agrees with me.
I can't hear.
Teresa, can you call roll and take? the vote?
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
if I might,
Yeah.
you're going to need a second for that.
Oh, sorry.
vote,
Thank you.
Please.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So I'm making a motion to table this project. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay,
Teresa, could you now call roll for a vote?
Just for discussion, Madam Chair,
Yes?
what exactly are we looking for by the next meeting?
Did you get a letter from Chris, a copy of the letter that was submitted about an hour before our meeting started?
I have not had a chance to check my email since I got back in the office now.
Yes, there was a
Madam-
letter that,
Ma-
yes,
Madam Chair, if I might,
please.
Ben, the letter outlines or details a potential conflict in the master deed with the approval of removal of the railing. Part of the DRB application asks if there is a conflict with a deed or covenant that would prohibit the DRB from making a decision. And so the town needs to let our attorney look at that master deed to determine if indeed there is a conflict with that document, any decision that you all would make. Does that help?
It does. Thank you, Chris. I'll support the motion when the vote's called.
Thanks, Mr. Brown. All right, Teresa, I think we're ready.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Brown,
For the motion,
Ms. Lippert,
Approve.
Mr. Karstens,
Yes, for the motion.
Mr. Bassett,
Yes.
Ms. Foss.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Williams, and thank you, Ms. Nevia.
Thank you.
We will now move on to board business. Does anyone on the board need to bring up some business? If not, staff report, do you have anything to report to us?
I'm sorry, I do not have a staff report at this time.
Okay, we can't make a shorter meeting than this. With no other business before the board, this meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.